What's up, everybody? It's Coach Colton here at Columbus Martial Arts. I hope you're all having a great Monday so far. I know the weather is crazy rainy out there. I hope you guys are staying dry and safe. Hopefully, you have a cup of coffee nestled up inside, reading a book, catching up on favorite TV show, doing homework, or whatever else you're up to on this Monday. I wanted to do a really quick video talking about our upcoming tournament. We just finished up with belt testing and promotions last week. By the way, congratulations to Mr. Aiden Uwe, our latest addition to our junior black belt team. He achieved a huge milestone this past weekend and completed his junior black belt speech. Got his junior black belt, and we're going to have a post about that on our Facebook page if there isn't one up there already. Now, looking ahead, the next big thing we have going on is our 2023 spring tournament. Some of you out there, maybe you've done a tournament with us in the past, or maybe you haven't. I just wanted to do a quick video today talking about everything you need to know for the upcoming tournament, starting with, that AC is really noisy. Let's turn that up. Starting with, why do we do tournaments? Our focus is on our students' goals, and students have different goals depending on the student. Maybe they need focus or confidence or physical strength, socialization for some of our younger students. Every student, when they enroll here at Columbus Martial Arts, they have a specific goal in mind. And very, very rarely do I have a parent come in and say, hey, Coach Colton, I want my child to be a UFC champion, or I want my student to be a wrestling champion or boxing champion. Very, very few students come into martial arts with that being their goal. There are more students that actually pick up the love of competition on the way, but the primary goal are those character-driven goals, those very important life goals. So why do tournament? Well, we feel like the tournament serves as a crucible, in a sense, for a lot of those very important life goals. And we do two of them in-house here, one in the spring, one in the fall, entirely composed of just our students. Depending on the time of year, we usually have around 250 students, and that gives us plenty of students to bracket according to their age, their weight, their experience level, and other attributes to make sure the matches are as fair as possible. They're here at Columbus Martial Arts. You don't have to travel for them. The coaches or the referees, it's a very safe and familiar environment. And they're going against other students that have taken the same courses and know the same materials. We know both families. We know what type of behavior to expect. It's a very safe environment for competition. So it's not to go out there and to be the very best and to compete against other schools. Really, the tournament is a crucible of time where the students are competing with themselves. And the tournament is going to apply a calculated amount of stress to every single student. Competition, especially martial arts competition, it's a bit stressful. It's going to teach our students about the stresses and the effects of winning and losing. It's going to teach them about goal setting, hard work, commitment, sportsmanship. It's going to, on a technical side, teach them what it feels like to really be in a fight. Some of our students, they've never been bullied, luckily. They've not been in a real fight. They don't know what it feels like to actually have someone try to punch you or actually have someone to try and take you down. And we all know this, especially young children. They think they're invincible at times. They think they are just the bee's knees and they're going to punch through solid brick. And they need some of those humbling experiences to go, okay, that wasn't quite as easy as I thought it was going to be. If I'm really in danger, I need to have these certain set of skills on lock so that I can keep myself safe. So there's just so many instances, whether it's physical, intellectual, emotional, or social, there's so many different types of learning going on at the tournament. And that's why we do the tournament twice a year. Of course, this event is a required event for all of our junior elite, elite, and leadership students. If you're in one of those three programs, you have to do the tournament. If you don't do the tournament, doesn't matter the reason. If you don't attend the tournament for any reason, whether you're sick, whether you have a sports game that day, whether you're traveling on vacation, doesn't matter. You entered into those programs knowing that those are required. So if you miss that, then you will be disqualified for the next belt promotion, right? So we just had one last week. Our next one, 8 weeks from now, you will be disqualified for that. So it puts a delay on your belt to ensure that students are going to be there because it's that important to us that they go through those experiences. If you're not in one of those programs, junior elite, or leadership, if you're in basic, core, or extreme, you can do the tournament as well. It's optional though. My early skills students in that youngest age group of 3 and 4 years old, we don't have a tournament for those guys quite that young. But if they wanted to come and watch, they are more than welcome to come and cheer on the other students. I mentioned a moment ago that students will be bracketed into different groups so that the competition is fair. That includes their classes as well. So you won't have a 5-year-old going against a 12-year-old. You won't have a white belt going against a black belt, those kinds of things. All of the students in our white uniform classes, basic, core, and extreme, they're going to do a grappling only rule set. So they're not even going to be punching and kicking. Really, on the technical side, they're going through what we call the 4-step battle plan, and really only the first 3 steps, which is clinch, takedown, and control. You're essentially looking at something that's very similar to what a high school wrestling tournament would be, with a few rules tweaks, but there's no striking and there's no submissions. So they're really working on positional control. And that's supremely important, especially with bullying in school, because all of the schools, to my knowledge, in the Muskogee County School District have a 0 tolerance policy for fighting. So if the student punches, kicks, even if they don't instigate the fight, if they perpetuate the fight in any way, they're probably going to have detention, not expelled. I think they'll have suspension from school, that kind of stuff. So we teach our students to grab the opponent, take them down the ground, and control them there without punching, without choking, without doing anything crazy if possible, so that we can just, one, keep ourselves safe so they're not punching, kicking us because we're on top of them and have control of them. And 2, we're able to keep them there until help arrives to hopefully not get in trouble, not get hurt ourselves into the hospital. And if supremely possible, if we're doing an excellent job, we might even be able to keep that bully from going to the hospital as well. So that's what we're working on in the white uniform classes. And all of my other classes, junior elite, elite, and leadership, they do have striking, they do have submissions. Now we are taking a look at some of those other aspects of maybe a more serious fighting situation as well. If you're interested at all in the rules, we're going to cover the rules bit by bit in class, just running through them once. It's probably not all going to stick. That's why, many people want martial arts or jiu-jitsu to become an Olympic sport, and it will never be. The rules are just a little too complicated for just a normal, casual viewing audience to pick up. So we're going to go through all the rules bit by bit in class. We also have a rules meeting the morning of the tournament before any matches start. Each group will have their own rules meeting, and the rules are also located on the student app. Families out there, if you're not using the student app, I cannot beg you guys enough to hop on there and just check it once a week. So many important resources are on there. And if you have notifications turned off, turn them on. We're not going to blow up your phone and spam you. At most, we send out a message a week. And we have the newsletter on there. We have all the signups for our events are on there. We have a messaging platform where you can message the coaches with any questions that you have. We have study videos for every single stripe test. Our student handbook is on there. Our tournament handbook is on there. All of our rules and regulations are on there. It's a really in-depth, awesome tool for my new families. The schedule's on there. It's a really like a Swiss Army knife of a tool. It's excellent. You can download Apple or Android. It's called the Spark Member app. The icons usually have a flaming letter S. It looks a little different depending on what type of device you're using. But if you need help setting it up, message us on Facebook or give us a call or stop at the front desk. We'd love to help you set that up so you can get all of the information that your student needs to be successful in the program. They can't win. They can't get to their next goal if they don't know the rules and the expectations. It's got to be a fair playing field. So that's the reason we do the tournament. Those are some of the details, where we're having it, when we're having it. When, I'm not sure if I said April 22nd here at the Academy. The time for each age group is TBD. The week before the tournament, that's going to be the week of April 17th to April 21st. We're going to have weigh-ins that week because that's just one of the factors we use to bracket the students. So we'll get their age, their weight, their experience level, all those things, and make sure they're in the most competitively fair brackets as possible. I can't clone them, but we can get pretty close. I think last year we had one bracket and every student in the bracket was within 2 pounds of each other, same age, same class. So it was super, super close. If you have any questions about tournament, any concerns about tournament, anything you want to know about tournament, drop it in the comments below. I hope you're having an awesome day once again, and we're going to see you on the mats very soon. Bye, everybody.